Hey YouTube, this is Pamela, and this is Craft and Commentary. And hello everyone. Happy you could join me. Gonna do a quick, fast flip here so you get a nice little sneak preview of what you're about to see. I am so excited about this one. I've been working at Craft World for now over a year, and I love learning new things, trying new things, and I watch so many YouTube videos from all you awesome crafters out there, and I do a few things that are all my own, and I steal ideas from you guys, and this one is a little of both, definitely in that category. So as you can see, this is mostly all produced on my homemade quote-unquote Gelli Plate. As you may know from my other videos, I make my own Gelli Plate, G-E-L-L-I. I also buy the Gelli Plates, so I do support that company, and I would even like to partner with them, but that's a whole other story. But I have gone goo-goo on Gelli Plate printing. And what I have here is an art journal slash junk journal, but as you can see, there's a lot of this was wow, a lot of little bits and pieces here, and I will go through some of my general techniques. I generally use construction paper. I love construction paper. Just like 7-year-olds love construction paper. I've said it many times. I like the bright colors. As you can see, a nice yellow is showing through here. Part of the art is the color of the paper. I've said that before. And what I have is a trivet with horizontal rules on it. I should have brought it and had it for this video, but I figure that the back sides, in many cases, if you look all across the board, the back side, I used that trivet, you see here, so that it gives you semblance of horizontal rules for journaling. But as you can see, the main event is the image on the right. Almost, I mean, it's not perfect, but in that sense. But so the back side is for the journaling. The right side is the Gelli Plate image, the inspiration, the art, the color, the design, the textures, all that good stuff. I go to Gelli Arts, G-E-L-L-I, Arts, separate word, at YouTube for all kinds of techniques for the Gelli Plate. And I use them all, and I just... in my everyday life, when I'm doing, I don't know, boring things, or I'm riding my bike, I'm always dreaming up new ways in which I can find textures to use with my Gelli Plate. And lately, I do have to admit that I have gone on eBay, and I've probably spent about $100 on this and that, all kinds of different, some objects I purchased that the intended purpose was not for Gelli Plate or art or anything like that. But some cases, yes. You can buy texture plates, something called rubbing, I think they're called rubbing plates, and kids use them. They take crayons and paper and they rub across these textured surfaces. And I bought some of those. I bought, of course, the catalyst scrapers. I had a little bit of, like right here, I believe, is a catalyst scraper. I have bought all kinds of these texture plates. You can go online and get them, and this is sort of a brick motif here. This is just a circle motif again, but I just love the colors, the surprise, and I love throwing in some metallic what are these? These are craft paints. You can get at Michael's. I just go absolutely crazy for it. And sometimes I just have an almost completely white. This is, I believe the paper here was black. But this one has 140 sheets. So we're going to keep going here. Anything I can get. This is one of these purchased rubbing plates, I guess you would call it, or texture plates you get on eBay. And I do have the tuck spots here and here. You know, you can do your journaling. And here are some other textures, I bought on eBay. And I just love seeing new color combinations, maybe color combinations that have been never used before. Color is kind of a religion for me. Color, design, texture, need I say more? I will be, I just got my tripod set up and fixed. There were some problems. So I promise people I will be doing some, here's a real nice one. Here's where I actually glued this text spot, or these tags in place. My tags are not typical. They're just, very simple. I'm of the less is more kind of school. I don't like busy. I've probably said that before in other videos. I don't like using more than probably 3 colors at a time. I do break that rule. But I think when you get beyond 3 colors, suddenly you're getting in a foreign territory. Here we've got some great textures here. And I use all kinds of techniques. Sponges. This is my heart-shaped cosmetic sponge. This is a great combination of colors, boy. And then I just veered away, and I have a what would you call that? Kind of a pinwheel punch. I don't know the brand, but you can, of course, just cut out one of your Gelli plates and paste it in. As you can see, I have put in, I have some nice heart stamps. I have a whole collection, about 8 of them, all different. And I also used some glycerin type, vellum type crinkly paper. And anything. I mean, it's all, but as you can see, there's sort of a style coming through here, I hope. And I just love developing that style. I'm a great fan of Andy Warhol and the design style that he brought to the world. Here in New York City, where he lived and thrived, and you know, I don't know I forget when he died, maybe late 80s, I think, or something. But his influence is everywhere. I feel it's sort of a more it's simplicity, and simplicity always seems to rule the day. Less is more. I believe it was the architect Mies van der Rohe, look it up, who coined that term, and God bless him. I think he was on to something. So I do have text spots here, and text sleeves. I forget what we call them anyway. Here's a little paper clip shaped like a squirrel. I bought a bunch of these, and through eBay all the way from, it was from the Midori people, I believe, and they're based, of course, in Japan, so these came all the way from Japan. And here's some great textures. Again, less is more. You know, maybe we've got too many colors here, but the textures just knock my socks off. And here, a lot of people might not do something like this, but this is my own style. As for, you know, just bringing in color, this is just a separate piece of Gelli plate that I just wrapped around and taped in. These colors, just, and the textures, I get textures everywhere. On eBay, I saw you could buy 6 textures on kids' fun foam, and I bought them. And it all ends up on my Gelli plates. Again, if you're not familiar with Gelli Plate, Gelli, you know, just stop everything you're doing right now. Run, don't walk, don't crawl. Go straight to their YouTube channel and check it out. It's just, I think that I should be a spokesperson for the company. I'm just so enthused about it. It is here. This was, I believe, one of those fun foam pieces, and I just put it right down on the Gelli plate that I loaded up with the orange craft paint. And what you basically do is you disrupt that thin layer of paint on your Gelli plate, and then you pull your proof, and it's all monoprinting. And which means, you know, think about it, people, you get one proof, one print. Okay, so that in itself makes everything that you do with the Gelli plate special. And however much I like the digital world, you know, where everything sort of everything becomes absolutely plentiful, and you can here I took a punch of a heart and I pasted it on, but however much I like the digital world and all the abundance that the digital world brings us, you have to like step back and go back. Well, here's some metallic ink with an awesome texture. I've got red construction paper. I've got this green and gold with this great texture. I hope you can see it. So I did use some pattern paper, but let me complete my thought there. My sister and I, well, my sister she's 63, and I'm now 60. So, you know, I remember a world that was not digital at all. You know, I used all through college a manual typewriter. I wasn't even capturing keystrokes, people. I mean, you must think that I go back to the dinosaur era, but it's true. You know, all this digital stuff is alien to me in a way. I was right there, you know, during its full development, starting in 1992. By the way, this right here is pattern paper. I did use pattern paper. These envelopes are homemade. I have We Are Memory Keepers envelope maker, which I love. You know, I really like We Are Memory Keepers. I have 3 devices from them that are just totally, see, I always have on the back, I have taken the white paint and I've made horizontal so you can do your journaling on here. We Are Memory Keepers, right, I almost lost my thought there. I use their envelope maker, I make their cinch binder, and I also use the Big Bite. So you crafters out there, I know you know all of those things, but if you don't, you know, do a search, find out what those things are. I find these 3 tools absolutely invaluable. I didn't put any grommets or eyelets, rather, anywhere here. Maybe I should do another video down the line and show you. I mean, this book definitely is. Here we go. That's kind of different. So I just made a little window out of the pinwheel punch, and it shows this through. You know, this book has yet to be used, embellished. You know, I actually just couldn't wait. Now here's an envelope inside an envelope, and here we have some text spots here. And these are all, looks like these are all on a, you know, vellum paper. And so that's really nice. And here is this purple. Can you see sort of the Gelli Plate, you know, gives you that kind of graffiti look. It can, you know, and that is the new art. You know, it's sort of street art. You know, here in New York City, you can. There's so many people, so many things going on that. You know, on the walls, you know, where you walk outside, the street art that you see, you know, there can be many, many layers. And I think that whole idea, you know, is Banksy and all of these artists that have seen beauty in the street art, these layers of street art. Here again, I have the window from I have the heart punch there. Oh, this, really, these colors just knock my socks off here. And here, I just use this as for my tag, or, you know, just to add interest. And again, the back is there for journaling, okay? And then I took these little tabs and I just glued them around. It's sort of much more kind of a modern look. It's not this, you know, I see so many people with their vintage look. This is vintage. This is not. This is a little bit homage to, let's say, more modern styles. But let me get through this because I want to keep this under 20 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. My name, again, Pamela Rice, and this is Craft and Commentary. You know, give the thumbs up, people. I'd love to hear comments. And share with your friends, share with other web pages, craft pages. I mean, used a cookie cutter there, all kinds of stencils, and yeah, this is big. This is 140 sheets, which means 280 pages. Okay. Oh, let me almost done here. I want to get this under 20 minutes. So Thank you again so much for watching and listening. God bless. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. And see, I have these heart stamps. I have about 8 or 10 of those, and they're all different styles. I love them. Adds a little interest. Just plain white sometimes, just to give your eye a rest. Here we go. I am bumping. And then this last one I really, really like. It's kind of white on white. And we got some just simplicity, people. Texture, simplicity. I think it's the new style. I did not talk about the covers. The covers, I use one large Gelli Plate print, and here I painted the edges, and then I put down this so the same style, all 4 pages, and then I Mod Podged, heavy Mod Podge, so that this keeps very, very sturdy. So, I'm over 21 minutes. Well, thank you so much for hanging in there. Have a wonderful afternoon, and happy crafting, folks.